Though the clouds may darken and light turn to gloom, still the moon over the...
Avoid the trees. Follow me.
Incinerate! Ugh! Inadmissible evidence! Nice and spicy! Huh.
Keep back! These things useful?
Booba, get them! Boom! Chia!
These things useful?
Motion to compel! Boom! Huh.
Smell of treasure. Strange.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon... Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, let's look around. There has to be a way... Hey, look! Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chick. Yes, this must be...
I'm on the case.
was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one... Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon get... All right, let's... Oh, hang on a moment. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guija... Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? Nope. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could...
See? Just follow my intuition.
I'll scout ahead.
Motion to compel. Breath of the flame. Ha! Nice and spicy. Boom boom.
Empty chest. Good for storage.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. We're invited guests. What makes you... No. Wait. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to... No, but...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean?
What nonsense! Seize these...
Well, here they come. Out of the frying pan. Ha! Boba, get them! Incinerate!
Who goes there? Attack!
Eat this! Nice and spicy! Boom, boom!
Target alive!
Out of the frying pan, incinerate!
Who goes there?
Get them! Motion to compel!
Take the target alive!
Inadmissible evidence! Boom boom!
Attack!
What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have this.
Who are you calling strange?
You want...
We're invited guests here to look for the Liu Qixing.
Well, as it happens, I am one of...
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yeah?
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, it was fixed and these Millilith are just here to guard the scene. Not to...
So this was all a misunderstanding?
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an adept...
That was... Huh? Oh, right. So, Lady
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the adept...
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti.
When you say protect, you refer...
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as some... Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the... I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got still. This is the first time...
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they... How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liu Qixing don't want to face that truth... I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't... You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor.
Favor? But wait! That's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture!
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourself. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we gift? Oh, right! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for us. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just... Let's go gather ingredients!
Nice and spicy! Incinerate!
Boba, get them!
Boom boom! Chia!
Smell of treasure. Strange.
Incinerate! Let's dance! Ouchie! Oh! Hi!
Did you hear that? No! That was definitely... Uh-oh. It looks like the...
There's no end to this.
Nice and spicy! Motion to compel! Out of the frying pan, it's incinerate!
Thank you for your help, kind.
I was
I understand. Don't worry, don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing. I never expected that those treasure Is there anything that you lack?
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh?
do you have a box that can store presents?
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know.
Great! Paimon sugar from...
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. Here, this container is itself...
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Sure, please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, it's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime...
Oh, yes. You might want to use...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we...
Where has Master gone this time?
Join the Adventurers Guild.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
According to Could... Excuse me,
Yes. How many would...
It's not convenient to speak of...
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guess, but for the...
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting...
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianjuan, I have spared no effort. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with acting. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wang.
Wait, was
Just Virgilda? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista.
You weren't...
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that, in the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days. Gods that failed to... Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act, hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back.
Who's this enemy?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over...
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have... But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? If possible. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her... But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. Well, I must say, I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Leo's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize this. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianch, allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own end. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So...
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently.
Yay! Paimon was just... one of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell... Just imagine. How... Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up... La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Sigil of permission, something, Aw, that doesn't sound like... This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of research on the Sigil of Permission. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more... Oh. Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't complete... That's way out of Paimon's league. Anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's... let the show begin.
This first.
Yeah. Hi. Oh. Oh. Hi. Yeah. Oh.
This is trouble. Let's end this quickly.
Booba, get them! Incinerate!
Death.
You're toast! Nice and spicy! Boom boom! Let's dance!
This is it.
Booba, get them!
Load of this. Shouldn't get careless. Eat up! Eat up! Roasted fry! Fuel's clogged!
There are so many talismans here. Paimon's seen it. Oh, Paimon knows. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up? Oh, that's right. Cloud retainers, talismans like that were what? Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thicket. All right, the last stop on our rite of parting. Let's go, Paimon. Nice and spicy. Motion to compel. Out of the frying pan. Boom boom. Nice and spicy. Motion to compel.
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade
It was so big and pretty.
Indeed. It's second to none. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks...
Oh. So you also met...
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more... Although she's friendly, There's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on her... It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the...
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her?
No. Those lilies... Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort before the Archon War. Dihua... Of course, there are some kinds of flower. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them.
So how good is your singing? Really?
We'll only know once he's...
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Wheeler? I'm the fry pan. Motion to compel. Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze?
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to...
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I...
Something seems a little... She's acting different from...
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days...
Oh, so...
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of... Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt, the other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas this means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually...
Huh? Did you just say...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex after the war ended. I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See...
We daren't.
Oh, so did you sing a song before?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition.
Wow, so you really know your stuff?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should...
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting, given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine.
I've had enough venture. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult so you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like... Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor. What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and... the Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing...
Their boneheadedness is not...
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's do. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the action. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your action...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as a... Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler.
Having connect... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants... He must be waiting for the moment when no one is... But where could we find it? Where would he go at a time like this? The golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even there? This is where all of Tevat's mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few more... Oh, so it's a trap! But even if we can't take it, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of mora, it's... Oh, right! It's quiet. Too quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon, quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside?
As one of the 11 Fatui, she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. Either way, we now come to the battle.
Battle? So you're...
You could... When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission... Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission. But as for me... The greatest pleasure of being a harbinger...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it! This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Gooba, get them!
Run all you like!
Ready, steady,
You've made
go!
some progress.
Race you! Nice and spicy! Incinerate!
Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Gooba, get them! Eat this! Motion to compel!
Something else catch your eye?
Out the frying pan, into
Привет.
No use hiding back there.
Nice and spicy!
Привет, привет.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah!
Виктория Грибанова.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! Incinerate! Let the show begin. Nice and spicy. Motion to.
Shatter!
That really hurt. Boba, get them.
Die here.
I'll protect us. Nice and spicy. Hey-ya! Boom, boom! Inadmissible evidence! Out of the frying pan!
You're cut above.
Look! Child's back to normal.
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think, and now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend.
Pretty sure that's not the normal.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in... As such, we must now look...
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. For the weak, the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables some...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the... If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the...
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago!
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now! The Fatui have been researching them!
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a with the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa. Breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation, but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its... Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden... Did we make it in time? Is the...
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and...
We've already discussed this together.
What? Wait, all of...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tink...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare.
Yep.
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Nice and spicy! Incinerate! Motion to...
Looks like I went too far.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Motion to compel! At the right hand! Breath of the flame! The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many between two! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow! It's Madam Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
I can't run! I will break you! My work finished. Yes. This isn't good. Have a load of this.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Incinerate! Time for your arraignment!
You're not going anywhere!
words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
This is it. This is it.
Nice and tight. Inadmissible evidence.
My work. Not going anywhere.
Let me amuse myself. The more, the merrier. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Killjoy. Looks like I need to speak up to fire.
The Batui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the sigil of permission last but a short time.
Привет, привет.
It will be some time before the overlord of the...
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Leo...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here. 3,700 years. According to our records, even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our...
Are you questioning our means of protecting?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue...
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under... But I dared not speak. I could...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such...
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the...
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to... I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adept, although I am a mere mortal soldier.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and when danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come back.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call... The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons. Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have... Fair enough. Await... Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart?
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. Oh, right! It's nice that Child wanted to unleash the god, so he could... But we were able to handle the Overlord. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
Ahoy there!
Неркс. Блин, обидно, наверное, так долго стримить и иметь так мало просмотров.
А нет, почему обидно? Я, понимаешь, принцип моего чем стримов, я, понимаешь, я играю в игры. Я запускаю стримы, я играю вместе с вами. Вы задаете вопрос, я вам отвечаю. Возможно, вместе с вами играю, то есть, допустим, как в прошлом стриме было. И понимаешь, кому-то нравится такой, видишь, вариант прохождения, где я молчу и ничего не рассказываю. То есть даю людям посмотреть сюжет, там, игры и тому подобное. Кому-то не нравится, кому-то нравятся эмоции, кому-то нравится. То есть всем по-разному нравится, понимаешь? Я просто в свое удовольствие занимаюсь ютубом, поэтому мне ни капельки, если честно, не обидно.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that We've
come to see Zhongli. Could you...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make...
Просто не всем людям, понимаешь, подходит мой формат, так сказать, стримов, вот и все. Кому нравится, они смотрят, что-то делают, комментируют, и нравится, какие игры я играю. Со мной играют, то есть, понимаешь, я же не отрицаю даже играть с подписчиками, понимаешь. Да, может, мне где-то надо помощь, я не такой прокачанный, как одни, может, то, может, все, понимаешь. Но кому-то нравится, кому-то нет. И что-то любит популярность, там, Купинова, там, и тому подобное, понимаешь. Кому нет, то есть, я же говорю, тут кому что.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And... you?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as some...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liu...
Paimon knew that we should never have...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I mean... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was prepared...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,000. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his work. I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was... Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost it. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all... Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate, credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal. All of these things turned out as I had planned. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. To come, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum. Huh? On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Давай, спокойной ночи, отдыхайте, и спасибо за пожелание.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience with him.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a...
Realistically speaking, there is no such.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of... My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, since we're going through... So Rex Lapis is really... Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish... Fatui? Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their...
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the...
Say, do you think the person who...
Now that you mention it, that's very... I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with... Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person...
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us.
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, gods and adepti live glorious lives. But both light and shadow, rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that... something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for... Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his Gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the
3,700 years of contract.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot
the long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking the...
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price.
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit.
Why, were you... If you were looking for someone, you...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! Everyone in Liyue is caught up in... And here you are looking...
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have... Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-rate...
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Mora...
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we... But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But there is no...
Paimon thinks that we should make...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue... Yes. The nation has been closed by order of the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their... This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged.
That's how people...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began...
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's...
They want to seize visions? But why?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessed.
Whoa, that's hard.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, well, knowing her, She must have again quoted that 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, all right then. Was there anything else you wished? Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident, and I hinted as much to the Adepti. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you... All right then. Was there anything else you wish?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment. Browbeating the envoys. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. All right then. Was there... The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Kuching is absolutely right in saying... Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, could the original person who brought up the... All right then. Was there any...
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your... Since Morax is... Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Well, it...
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time.
This is terrible! We're all about to run...
Yes, this is indeed a... Well, I suppose we'll...
Then, did you at least set some private...
Oh, a private fund. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at... All right then. Was there any... Well then. I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this cloak.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am...
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building material...
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have... Nevertheless, I do have a few maps. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials, they are as follows. Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm...
Only sufficiently large pieces of plastrite, or specifically, Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to... Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical... Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections, I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price. You may ask me anything.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is... Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings of...
No. We better move quickly.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a...
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to some...
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you. Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been... I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site. And remember, this is a race against the clock.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, first we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh?
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're as it happens. We have some information.
No, I don't need it.
Don't be like that. Why don't you stand? Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information. Information's just what we need right now. Let's...
Children, come.
Oh, what is it, Granny?
Oh, no. In fact, my old friends and I have been...
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very... When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your That simply won't do. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so... Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? I will not go into too much detail. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created you...
So, in the...
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of... but that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you...
That's right! Finding stuff's what...
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need... What's more, I doubt that you would know how to fight... Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of... You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. And if you were lucky... But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal goodness knows if that child will succeed in...
Well, since you're in it...
Yes. I suppose...
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue Harbor?
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors. Yenfei, I believe you already heard of the
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates. And a shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? Oh, yes. Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact detail. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address.
All right, Yenfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. You'll have to excuse Yenfei. She's
Paimon was gonna ask the same question.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man, he mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed—
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards— Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny—
Is that so? Yenfei, are you sure you can't find—
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already.
Whoa, that's a really—
Commercial consultancy. Or Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came— He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if they're— So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have— Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no—
Wow, an Adeptus imploring— Best we be— One-win book.
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to—
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Tevat Travel
Sorry, dear. We stopped stalking that.
But the monster—
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and the result— It barely sold any copies. And the few travelers that did buy it made complaints
Well, that's a shame. The monster—
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock.
Who's Chingven?
A book collector who lives in Chingsa village. He was a regular customer.
Did somebody say out of print books? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is— Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we— My pleasure, fellow—
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Tevat Travel Guide? It's super duper interesting. da 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 da.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Hello, Mr. Crossell.
Oh, good, very good. All.
You're too kind. I was.
Well, Miss Yanfei, might.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because the contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or in return, I included a clause that guarantees.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable.
Of course. This way, both the client.
In that case, might you know where Miss Chow lives? We'd like to pay.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed up.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
Whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me. Is there some...
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? My associates and I are very
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened. I spent so much money on them. My family is in the orbit. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders. A big banquet is coming up in a few... That's what the hairpins were for. But now that I've lost the hairpin...
Why does Paimon...
Would you really?
Hold on. Don't run up.
Huh? Well,
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said true.
Right. I finished reading the contract. Furthermore, the contract also... And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite...
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
However, all of this is a...
Did you really have to pause before saying? Whichever way you look at it.
Except that if we found the hairpins...
Please. Please, However much it is, I will have to pay it. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep cross...
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible... So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow.
What did I feel? My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality... No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's hit